I'm Pastor Greg Jackson. This is Bethany Lutheran Church in Springdale, Arkansas, and I'm testing our new setup for sound. The big change is that I have run another line into a second computer desktop named Melanchthon so that Luther can take care of the Vimeo production all by itself. I also have files which will play from Melanchthon into the sound system. And we'll see how this helps in two different ways. Not drawing on Grumpy Luther computer with Vimeo, and also having hymns that are direct here and not being pulled from the internet as we go along. Obviously, that's going to use up some of the bandwidth and also interfere with Vimeo. So if you have your player and either watching this live or later, you can take a look at on the lower right side, changing your broadband level. You can put it on automatic or you can put it on a lower level, which means that the picture will not be as sharp. It takes a while to notice that you have to lower it quite a bit for it to really get a little bit fuzzed up, but that's the way it was more with our previous setup, which started as in this style, but at much lower quality. And IBM took it over, and then they tossed it. So what we're doing is trying to make it available to everybody and to troubleshoot where the problems are. So this will be a short trial. I don't have the brand new camera up because it's big and it needs a tripod that it rests on. The tripod's ordered, tripod shipped, the tripod is not here yet. It's New Year's, come on. The camera came lickety split. Tripod, well, we'll see. Okay, that I'm going to step over to Melanchthon and start a hymn, and we'll see how this works. And when it's done, it's going to be saved, and it'll also go to the Facebook place and to the YouTube location because it will be labeled properly, I hope. Next will be The Lord Hath Helped Me Hitherto, which I thought would be a good hymn for the situation. That's number 33 in the Lutheran hymnal. Well, that's our first trial, and we have another source for hymns, and that could be set up after we set up this source. So we have everything to be loaded onto this computer as files, so that it's easy to name a hymn, pick it out, and have the organ play it. We could have an alternative organ playing the same hymns from the Lutheran hymnal once we get that set up after this one is set up. That is, in terms of the files. And of course, the next improvement will be the tripod and the new camera. The current camera is like this. The new camera is like that. So you can see why I ordered a tripod that fit the camera, because I was sure that would happen. I had already ordered one camera, which could only sit on this tripod and maybe fall off during the service. So I sent that back, and I called the pros and asked for the two to come together. So I hope this is working out. Please try to give me a good clue about how it's happening in your own home. And I'll also be talking to Vimeo about improving this. This is a very sophisticated technologies, way beyond what we started in Ustream. We actually were free at first, then it was free with ads, but that meant during the service we could have bugs crawling across the screen because they were doing a pesticide or a pest service commercial in the midst of the actual broadcast. So we thought, well, it's worthwhile to pay and not have interruptions of who knows what in an ad. Well, I'm going to close this now and I'm going to check out how it looks on my end saved. And please email me at greg.jackson.edlp@gmail.com. No salesman will call. And you can use an anonymous name if you want. Nobody's quoted unless they specifically ask to be quoted by name.